Hello and welcome. Today's broadcast has been sponsored by FBAdsReview.com. It's a professional, comprehensive Facebook ads audit for your Facebook account and for your business. So if you'd like, head on over to FBAdsReview.com and sign up right now. All right, that was me, Jan Rognerud, founder of chaosmap.com, telling you about a service we have available, and feel free to go there. Today, however, I wanted to welcome you to an exciting presentation that in some areas are going to get a bit technical, but I'll try and keep it high level here for most of the listeners that are typically not geeky folks, but we still love you, still appreciate you coming in here live today on Facebook, and we are certainly going to be sharing some juicy details as we always like to do, and I love putting these together. It is Sunday. It's been an awesome morning here. Came back from a pretty hardcore 7 a.m. workout at the gym down in Hermosa. And actually, we did what's called a body scan today, a DEXA scan, where you literally get X-rayed throughout your body to determine fat versus lean mass, and beyond that, there's a lot of detail in there. But of course, I'm excited to have dropped some 7.1. Fat and added some muscle along the way, and man, it's the journey of keeping yourself fit and healthy, right? Which never ends. And somebody had asked me what was the reason for that fat drop. Well, no eating after 6. Just basically stop it, and drinking twice the amount of water. Those two things were the primary ones, and of course, I do this CrossFit high performance stuff 3 to 4 times a week, so that really helps as well, but really it's in the food. Okay, speaking about food, food for your tech team here today, talking about Google Tag Manager, and I titled this, Why Have You Not Implemented This for Your Website? A lot of positive returns from getting Google Tag Manager implemented. And by the way, to get there, you just go tagmanager.google.com, and of course you'll have a Gmail account. If not, go ahead and set that up, but log in and you'll see a world of new opportunities for you. Google Tag Manager, incidentally, was launched in, I think, October, November 2012. It's been a while. And it is a tag management control system or management system where basically you can place your Google Analytics scripts, any HTML scripts, code, etc., Google AdWords, other tools, Hotjar, there's many scripts out there in third-party land. We do a lot of native advertising as well, Taboola scripts, Outbrain scripts. All of these things basically get placed out there in this container script, which is Google Tag Manager. And within Google Tag Manager, you have all these code snippets, these JavaScripts, HTML code, as I said, that essentially gets rendered and reported back to whichever that system is. And we're going to talk about the 6 reasons here today why you should implement Google Tag Manager. But right out the gate, and from this image that you see on here, left side is your website, Google Tag Manager in the middle there, and it basically controls and manages scripts out into third-party land. A big one here is, of course, Google Analytics. Now, one thing I should say before I kick this off is Google Tag Manager is also a lot more than this. Well, at its core, it's the tag management control system, as I said, but you can do some really nifty things in here, and we've implemented some really technical aspects of GTM, that's short for Google Tag Manager, including the ability to track activity down to the video play level, right? So if you're running a Vimeo, YouTube, whatever video, you can essentially use Tag Manager and tools within to break down percentage watched. This is great because you can actually essentially on regular videos on a website, on a web page, build custom audiences from that. I mean, there's some real technical, hot level detail here that we can get into. We're not going to do that to you today, though. We're going to start off by the 6 reasons why you should implement a Google Tag Manager for your business. And hey, a little fun little side note here. I'm invited down to speak this coming week at the Chapman University. It's a fantastic program they have down here, or down there, I should say. It's about 40 minutes from here. And so I'll be talking about Google Tag Manager during those lectures this week, and sharing this with a bunch of students. And I'll report back on how that goes, but ultimately, this ties into that whole data discussion. I talk a lot about tracking data, making sure that everything loads fast, right? Google Tag Manager allows things to really render fast, so you don't have just a nightmare of scripts running on your site. You have a nice one sort of place to deploy from. And we're going to get into the reasons today. And one of the problems, of course, as I'm just sort of alluding to right there, is you have stacks and stacks of JavaScript and code from third-party vendors, right? And not only is that hard to manage, but also it can load slower on your website. So with Google Tag Manager, there's a better way. We can deal with all of these scripts for tracking and management very easily, and there's never been a better time to get this implemented. And interestingly enough here, talk to a lot of new clients actually that does not either know about Google Tag Manager, or if they do, they haven't had time to implement it. And so anyway, this is one of the things that we do at the firm, chaosmap.com. Feel free to go there and read up on the blog post, the 6 essential reasons to use Google Tag Manager. And if you're watching live here, you'll see a picture of the Google Tag Manager. You see on the left side, there's HTML code, image code, miscellaneous JavaScript code. All of this can be placed into this GTM container and deployed out to your website. And that's video tracking tags, as I mentioned briefly there, e-commerce, marketing tags, automation tags, AdWords, of course, Google Analytics being a key here. That's one of the first things you want to get implemented. So take the Google Analytics base tags and put it into Google Tag Manager and then deploy from there. So that's very, very cool and very, very easy. So the first one here is number one, flexibility. It's ideal for this, right? You don't have to involve a developer when you wish to tweak or modify a tag or scripts on your pages. We just had this last week. Somebody at the firm wanted to implement Hotjar. Well, not a problem. We didn't have to talk to the developers. We had Google Tag Manager already deployed for them. So we just went into, logged into Google Tag Manager, added the Hotjar scripts for tracking heat maps and recording sessions, etc. Deployed, done, right? Very fast, very easy. And the flexibility there is, very powerful and easily understood. Number two, easy upgrades, right? So, for instance, transitioning from website A to website B, there might be migrations, etc. Initially, all of this tracking of scripts and making sure everything is actually done correctly with swapping and maneuvering code. All of this crap is the bottom line. That's the technical term. You don't have to deal with it. Easy to upgrade when that happens. So if you have deployed this and you have all of these scripts in one central place and you need to deploy another location, just do it once and then, set it and forget it almost, right? Yes, you want to make sure everything tracks, of course. If you have your dashboards already running, then you'll know it's working, but very, very simple to do upgrades. Number three, acceleration, right? We love speed. We love to be productive. The new tag manager there is very quick. And so changes can be done on an accelerated level. You can make the changes very quickly and just simply be done. Sort of a reoccurring theme here is like the simplicity of it, the powerful way in which you can deploy it, and also that it renders fast. Your launch times will be sped up, and your visitors won't be wasting their time waiting for a page to load, etc. So all of this is just huge benefits on number three there, accelerations. Or acceleration. Number four, debugging. This is a big, big deal, especially if you're dealing with multiple scripts here. Yes, you have the ability to load Chrome plugins and other sort of debugging tools for, say, Google Analytics, right? But, once you have this deployed and tested, by the way, when I speak about Chrome plugins, you should have a Google Tag Assistant plugin loaded so you can help the debug process. But ultimately, what you can do inside Google Tag Manager, and we'll talk more about this, is the ability to preview the scripts. And I might have a demo here later. I may not actually do it today, though. But you have the ability to basically preview the page. So inside Google Tag Manager, you launch preview mode and then flip over to another tab, load the page, and you'll actually see the scripts firing. So it's very, very cool. Automatic debugging is one of those vital components that helps you remain on the cutting edge of technology for your business, and you don't have to worry about those little glitches that inevitably happens, right? Number 5, versioning. Every time you publish a new version of your site, or I talked about the migrations, right? You'll have it in one place, and these vital elements are essential to have, to be done right? So, organizing your tags and keeping track of them in this way is very, very helpful. Plus, of course, you can do a quick audit to make sure that you have all the IDs matching to your third-party vendors. If somebody had added a new Google Analytics ID or script to your site without you knowing it, you don't want to double track, right? Well, you can use Google Tag Manager as the master controller for all of these and do your audit from there and then verify throughout the pages. As I said, the Google Tag Assistant in the Chrome plugin, as a Chrome plugin, is also very much helpful for the audit. By the way, if you would like, we do have actually under, let's see, where did we put that? We recently changed this. We basically have a Google Analytics audit. Yeah, we removed this completely from here. I'm not sure exactly where we put that. But if you go chaosmap.com analytics audit, you'll get to it. So number 6, pre-built tags. This is where the true magic happens. The ability to create these tags. You can, basically there's some formats and some preset or formatted templates almost of tags that will help you tracking. So if you want to set up Google Analytics, you can just simply follow the template. It's almost step by step, right? And you can just, pick and choose the template that you want, set it up by just answering a few simple questions, putting in the IDs for the third-party tools, and you're on your way, right? So it's really, really simple, and I realize I wanted to show you a little bit more of the detail internally, but there's some client information here. I don't want to do this live and share something that shouldn't have been shared, but here's what you need to do. Just head over to tagmanager.google.com and get started. That is how simple that is. Very, very cool. Very, very helpful at so many levels. And I think the biggest thing that we see for our clients is the ability to understand where are all my scripts and are they firing, right? In fact, one of the things that we do talk about a lot is conversions and sales, right? So is your goal set up? Say you're running AdWords, right? Well, you can set up your goals, but are they firing? Very often what we see is, goals have been deployed, but that goal script is essentially running on all pages, so the goals are completely out of sync, right? But what you can do with Google Tag Manager is you can say, okay, I just want the Google AdWords goal tag, the goal script to run on the thank you page. Well, load up Google Tag Manager, run it into preview mode, load up the thank you page and see if it fires there. Go to the home page and see if it doesn't fire there like it shouldn't, right? Very easy to do this and to verify it, and clients love it. We take some screenshots of this and tell them, hey, we have verified it in real time for Google Analytics. We have tested it also, and for AdWords, we have tested it also for the actual conversion point, loading up the pages, et cetera, et cetera. So all of these things belong to really the thought and the category of a well set up system that's using all technology available to you, plus it's free, that it will allow you to not only track better, to manage better, but also to optimize and streamline the process along with faster rendering pages. We don't want to be hanging up on scripts that are not running or performing the way we want. And for really high performing pages, this is going to be essential. Every millisecond counts if you want to get right down to it, right? So anyway, head over to tagmanager.google.com. And if you need any help with this, as I said, go ahead and search for the blog post, which we're talking about today, 6 essential reasons to use Google Tag Manager on chaosmap.com. Search also for Chaos Map Google Analytics audit, and you'll see what we do there. And as I said at the very top, this has been sponsored by fbadsreview.com. We're just throwing a lot of URLs at you here, going fast on this wonderful Saturday. But fbadsreview.com is a full comprehensive audit of your Facebook ads, which is exactly what you need if you're not getting the performance that you're looking for. All right, well, thank you, everybody. Really appreciate you joining today and getting a lot of exciting feedback on the blog, on the podcast here, rather. And we're sharing a lot of the content from our blog because a lot of this information is not easily consumed. There's a lot of technical detail. And man, if you do this for yourself, just a related tip here, take some of the content and set up a podcast or a broadcast mechanism that deploys out to YouTube and iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and Spotify like we are here, and get wider distribution. Some very cool things you can do with this. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Very excited about it, and I hope you enjoyed this today. Well, I'll talk to you soon.